Good morning, everybody. My name is Afikile and I run the channel A Remote Control Farmer, or Farming by Remote. And I would usually post videos about chickens, but today I want to talk about pollination. So I live in an area where we don't have a lot of bees, and I've realized that we have decreased number of bees, and my gardens have just failed to attract bees. I even planted flowers, if you can see right here. I've planted flowers to try and attract some bees, but well, they just have not been coming. The one bee that came today, it was caught by a spider. There was one here earlier this morning and it died because it was caught by a spider. It was caught by a spider, and what I've been essentially doing is to try and this is the front section of the yard, and the back is concrete, so I've used the front section, and oh, there's a bee. Oh, well done. So please don't move. Please. Okay, my daughter is helping me to record here and she's scared of these bees. Okay, so I've essentially been trying to check what can grow. I've got some corn, I've got some gem squash, I've got some kale, I've got some speckworm. On the other side, I've got tomatoes. Sorry for the much movement. So basically, because it's the first time, I am just trying things around. Okay, so to the purpose of this video, let's come back to this side. We are going to be looking at cross-pollination. So pollen is a very essential part of fruit production for fruit-bearing plants. It helps them to reproduce, and so in squashes, which we are going to be talking about today, there are two types of plants. Well, if I can call them that, for lack of a better word. We have the male plant, which looks like this. All right, you will see that so we have a male plant, and this male plant has a stem, and if you see below this, or just at the top of the stem, right here, there is a stem, and then there is this groove here which goes into a flower. All right, and the female plant, on the other hand, it has a stem also. You can see right there. Sorry, that's my neighbor's car. The stem grows right there, and then it becomes a squash, and it will then have a flower in the same way that a male plant has a flower also. Now, the difference between these two is that you have a male plant which doesn't have the squash at the back, and you have a female plant which has a squash at the back. Okay, so now if you look inside the two, let's pick this one. You will find that this one is the easiest one. Now the male flower has this guy right here, which is called an anther. I think that's what they called it on Google. And so this is the male reproductive organ, as it were. And what you would then do, let's go to the female one. The female one, you will see it has what they call a stigma. Now it has 5 of those, well, I would call them, let's say 5 of those, well, it's called stigmas, and they are the female reproductive organs. All right, so to cross-pollinate, because we don't have bees, we would then these guys are not going to, this guy is not going to produce anyway, so I can take it out. I can take it off. And so if I open it up to reveal the anther, if you see, there's the pollen. Okay, if you see it on my finger there, there's this yellow dust that's sticking out there. So what I will do then is to take this reproductive organ for the male and take it and rub it on the female, and then you will rub it on all of them. I've done this earlier, so I don't want to repeat it. Usually one male is enough for one female, so you will do that for all the female plants that you see. So every morning I come and I check if there's any that are ready to receive. You will see that this one is not yet ready, and so I will wait until the flower opens up. Another thing that is unrelated to the cross-pollination that we've been talking about is the question whether it is a good idea to prune the leaves. Now, you may have seen that I have stalks like this which have no flower, or ones like this one right there. If I can just zoom it in, this one right here, it is where I pruned the plants, and that is not a good idea. This is something that I learned as I was going along. I know there's people that actually use the leaves for food, but it is not a good idea to prune the leaves of your plants. You will see I've done it a couple of times, which is bad, which is a very bad idea. Now, wherever you prune, like let's take this one for instance, I've pruned it right there. Now what happens that it leaves the plant very susceptible to bacterial and viral infection. So where you prune, that section where you've pruned might get viral and bacterial infection, so that wound will negatively affect your plant. And also your leaves generally act as your sunscreen for your fruit. You will see here's a fruit right there. So while the plant itself loves the sun, the fruit does not. The fruit actually does not like sun at all. So the pruning makes it also susceptible to sunburn, all right, which is called sun scald. Okay, that's how, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's sun scald, S-U-N-S-C-A-L-D, if I remember well. Yes, sun scald. So the fruit should actually not be in direct sunlight, all right. And you will see here, this one I've pruned one leaf here, another one there, and these ones are in direct sunlight, so I'm not sure how they are going to survive. And if you're wondering about the stones, this is my situation right here. They are overgrowing, so basically that is where they can go. And so this one also has been left unshaded, so you will see, if I can go like this, excuse me, I live okay with a bag here, so you will see, because it's not on soil, there's a, okay, you can see there's a slight bump right there. I suppose it's because it's on concrete. One that I saw earlier, where is this? Okay, it's this one. So I'm not sure, there's something that has gotten in there, so I'm going to take out this one, and I will dissect to see what it's like inside. And then thirdly, apart from bacterial and viral infection, from the leaves becoming sunscreen, the leaves also generally keep the weeds away, because the sun doesn't get to the bottom of, well, doesn't get to the soil. The leaves become, so you'll find that there won't be much weeds in wherever the squash is, because the sun doesn't penetrate. So that is how you pollinate or cross-pollinate a gem squash when you don't have bees around to do the job for you. Till the next video, thank you very much. Goodbye.